In the latest episode of The Bad Batch, titled The Outpost, Crosshair finally reached his breaking point with the Empire, turning on a superior officer and blasting him in the chest after the lieutenant heartlessly allowed another clone to die. For his crime, he was captured and sent to be observed at Mount Tantiss. Emery, the aide to Dr. Hemlock, said once he healed, the doctor would come for him. So what horrible plans do these scientists have in store for Crosshair now that he has finally turned on them? I think the most likely choice is that they will turn him into whatever assassin Rex encountered back in the episode The Clone Conspiracy. For now, I've been referring to that clone as a Phase Zero Dark Trooper, which lines up pretty well with its origins in Star Wars Legends. I already did a whole video about them, but basically before the Dark Troopers became droids, they were cyborgs created by forcing clone trooper veterans into experimentation. The enhancements returned the aging clones to their peak physical condition, but many of the clones committed suicide rather than continuing life as more machine than human, especially since it wasn't their choice. I still think that's too dark for a series like The Bad Batch, but I do get the sense that the assassin was a volunteer. He even called himself a believer before committing suicide, so who knows? The Bad Batch can get pretty grim, but I do think the choice could be presented to Crosshair. His whole storyline has been about wanting to remain a soldier. It's all he knows, and he has been resistant to being anything else, but we've seen that the Empire views all clones as obsolete at this point. Rampart certainly did, except for that assassin. He seemed to have some value to an Imperial who otherwise scoffed at clones. We still don't know much about the assassin, but his identification number was wiped away, and he called Rex Limited, so I'm curious if he received some enhancements along the line of the Phase Zero Dark Trooper or Death Troopers. I speculated that whatever was done to him probably happened at Mount Tantiss because all the technicians there wear uniforms similar to Dr. Pershing's in The Mandalorian, and he knew all about the Phase 3 Dark Troopers, and he said that the Dark Trooper used to be armor worn by people. So I'm wondering if Crosshair will be given this option by the scientists: become a Dark Trooper or Death Trooper or whatever it is they're creating, receive enhancements that will no longer make him obsolete to the Empire, and he can stay a soldier indefinitely. That's what he wants, right? Or is it anymore? I think that's an interesting position to put the character in. Offer him what he has claimed to want the entire series, but of course there would be a cost, like his true identity. I'd like to see him get the chance to finally and clearly reject that way of thinking. Or maybe he still does want to be a soldier that badly. No matter what he chooses, I think the Empire will force him into it. Or maybe they'll skip the illusion of choice altogether and just inform him that he'll be a new type of soldier from now on. Despite his murder of Lieutenant Nolan, I don't see the Imperial scientists wanting to pass up the chance to create a new assassin out of an enhanced clone. Of course, my hope is that none of this is successful. Scorch has been tasked with hunting down the owners of the shuttle that escaped the Zillo Beast's rampage. Lama Su told Dr. Hemlock to hunt down Omega. Crosshair is at Mount Tantiss. Even the Zillo Beast is at Mount Tantiss. All roads are leading to Mount Tantiss, so I am hopeful that the Batch will be able to rescue Crosshair. Even if they find him by accident, it would be a nice bookend to how the series began, with Crosshair's chip being enhanced and the Batch escaping without him. Now they might save him from experimentation, or maybe they don't and they run into an even more terrifying version of Crosshair, but they will have a chance to right that wrong and escape with him and find out how to move forward together. Or maybe I'm way off base and they're actually going to combine Crosshair's DNA with a Zillo Beast and make a Crosshair Beast. Probably not, but it doesn't matter what the Empire has planned. I'm just worried about the solitary clone. Despite all he's done, I want him to get home. I want him to fix his own wrongs. He's only been in 2 episodes this season so far, but they've been 2 of the best. He is the most compelling character in the series, and I look forward to seeing what the final 4 episodes have in store for him. Let me know your predictions in the comments. If you haven't already, please like this video, subscribe to the channel to keep up with all our Bad Batch coverage, follow us on TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram, and consider checking out our Patreon page for video reactions and audio commentaries for every episode as well. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.